Hi everyone, I'm Byron, and this here is my son. You cannot see him because of the sun, but just believe me, take my word for it, he's cute. He's very precocious, lots of energy, he's all over the place. We're gonna come back to my son in just a little bit. His name is Bryce. But let me tell you about a meeting that I was at not too long ago. Basically, a lot of community organizations came together and they were supporting the local area schools, lots of different services, food, clothing, things like that, right? They surrounded, literally, these 5 principals with all these different services. The moderator said, hey, now that you know what everybody does, what everybody brings to the table, what's the one thing that you want most for your campuses next year? Put this in context, guys. We know what all the budgets look like this past year and this coming year. Very small, very small. So they need a lot. Every single one of them said mentors. 5 principals, without consulting each other, mentors. What did they know that we sometimes let go, ignore, or discount? What's in a mentor? My talk to you is not so much about a what, but it's about a why. Why mentoring is so important. What they do know, let's start off with this, their kids are smart. And I'm not talking about kind of smart, we're talking about in the low income areas. Yeah, the ones that are dropping out, those kids are smart, whip smart. But they have so much untapped, raw potential. Why is it untapped? Well, I'll submit to you this, it's because they haven't been given permission to believe. They haven't been given permission to tap into that. These students haven't been given, literally, the permission to succeed. Why? Because life has dealt them some serious blows, y'all. They get a lot of messages telling them what they should be, what they can be, and what they can do. These students don't believe that because I am a child of a prostitute, because I'm homeless, because my father is a drug fiend, I can't access these things. I can't have a better life. I can't have a functional family. These are not the things that I have permission to dream about, to expect. So, a mentor. What does a mentor do to change that paradigm? Going back to my son here. So, Bryce is all over the place. He's literally a pinball. He got it honest. But in the morning, he lays in bed. He wakes up and he'll lay in there for an hour. He's very loud, so we know when he's up. He's like, hey, I'm up. Somebody come get me. Why does he lay in the bed? I told you, he's all over the place, but why does he have the discipline to do that? Is it discipline or is it something else? Well, he just made a transition, y'all. He's 2 years old. He was in a crib. What's the difference between a crib and a bed? Bars, entrapment, limitations. Yeah, he's in a place where those don't actually exist, but it exists in his mind. He doesn't know that it's okay. My routine is I wake up, I yell, and daddy comes to get me, right? He doesn't realize that he can do what he wants to do. He can be who he wants to be. He has that permission, but you know what he's waiting for? Hey, Bryce, what's up, buddy? How you doing? You have a good night? Awesome. Hey, you want to get up and play? Yes! I was waiting on that for an hour. So he gets up and he's back at it, doing all the things he could have done before, but didn't have somebody to come in there and say, hey, you can do it. It's that simple, y'all. That's what a mentor is. You, as a mentor, have the power of life and death in your hands. A Gallup poll just recently came out and said the single best predictor of a student in school to go on to college and graduate, get a degree, it's not economic status. It's not private school, public school. Guess what? It's hope. It's hope. The belief that I'm sitting here with this pencil in this desk and it's going to lead to something that's going to be better for my life. That's hope. But our kids haven't had the permission to have that. You as a mentor, give that to them. These principals know it. The kids don't, but I'm telling you. And guess what? It's a good thing. We outnumbered them. So I'm challenging you. to go out. There's a lot of different ways to get plugged in, but a mentor can literally demolish the shackles that exist in a student's mind and give them the permission that they need to succeed.